Jim, you must be delighted with both the result and the performance today.
Yeah, of course. We're all really pleased. I thought we were really unfortunate to find ourselves going in at half-time a goal behind. St Johnstone had one or two dangerous attacks within the 45 minutes at the start, but I thought for the majority of that half we were, in really good control, playing in St Johnstone's half. For all the possession we did have, we probably, didn't create enough kind of clear-cut opportunities. I was critical at half-time of the lack of good delivery coming in from wide areas in the opening 45 minutes. I felt, we all felt in the build-up to the game, the game plan was to try and get Ferry and Strain on the ball. Given the way that St Johnstone play, with that narrow diamond, we felt that they were going to have lots of time and space, and Dean Gallagher has hit Will Ferry 7 or 8 times throughout the game with really good diagonal balls. The second half, the deliveries were better, the crosses were better, and that's what led to the winning goal with Dalby from Vico Sevelge's cross.
Do you feel today's performance kind of shows the versatility in the group? Because last week we were a wee bit more passive, but today, as you say, we went and engaged St Johnstone a wee bit higher, and they've managed to still get a result.
Yeah, I mean, I would argue back at you to say that I didn't think we were passive against Celtic. We tried to be brave in terms of the press, but we know the quality that Celtic have got. If we are too adventurous against Celtic, then they're capable of putting 4 and 5 by you. So we had a game plan in place to try and contain them, to be compact, and the players were outstanding. And got lots of compliments as well after the game from Celtic players and staff about how difficult we were to break down. But we knew that's kind of a one-off setup for us. We know coming here to McDiarmid Park against a team that's down the bottom end of the table, we have to be braver on the ball. We have to be a bit more open and a bit more expansive, and I thought we got that for large spells. I actually think it's probably one of our more consistent performances of the season from start to finish. Carried a real threat throughout the game, defended brilliantly, and thoroughly deserved 3 points as far as I'm concerned.
I won't make you speak about the character again of coming from behind, but it was 2 absolutely brilliant goals from 2 different perspectives to turn it round.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, I don't want to sound like a broken record. I think I've spoken about the character of the group numerous times this season, and that can carry you a hell of a long way. But real quality in the goals. I was having a little bit of banter with Glenn Middleton yesterday about, his lack of goal scoring, because he gets into some terrific areas, and I would just like him to have a bit more self-belief when he gets there. We know how good his left foot is, but all the forward players are very good at coming in on their weaker foot, and we see it regularly in training, and we're encouraging him to do that in the games as well. And I'm just delighted for Glenn that he was able to tuck that first one away. The equaliser was a really important goal, and we were really in the ascendancy then. And when you're on top in games like this, you need to capitalise on it. And then the second goal was fantastic. We spoke about putting good crosses, good deliveries into the area. We backed Sam Dalby 9 times out of 10, and Vico Sevelge, playing as a holding midfielder, recognises there's space there to go and join in, and puts a fantastic ball in, and Big Sam, that's why he's top goal scorer in the league.
Results like today make the sacrifice of coming in on Christmas Day more worth it as well? Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, we spoke about that the whole week in the build up to the game. It's a really difficult time of year for professional athletes, because we're no different to any of the supporters out there. We want to be able to spend good quality time with our families and sit and enjoy our Christmas dinner, but unfortunately we can't. Well, certainly the players can't. I enjoyed a couple of glasses of red wine with my dinner yesterday, but from a player's perspective, you've got to be professional, you've got to be disciplined. We trained yesterday, prepared for the game like we would any other, and we spoke about that before the game. Let's make those sacrifices that we make worthwhile, and it's only worthwhile if you win. And today we thoroughly deserved the victory. We go back up to 4th now in the table again, and we've got some really good important games to look forward to.
It's always a team game, but just want to touch on the performance of Richard O'Dada. He did exactly what you asked of him in terms of moving the ball just a wee bit quicker than he has been in recent weeks, and being aggressive and breaking things up.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've got a small squad, and I'm trying to make necessary changes to try and keep the team fresh and try and keep that energy in the team. And Lucas Stevenson in recent weeks has been playing with an injury in that groin area, and he's just been trying to get through it. So today we felt so soon after the Celtic game, it was the right decision to take Luke out at starting 11. We know how important the player he is for us, but he understood the reasoning behind it. He'll be available for the game against Aberdeen, but Richard was excellent. You know, he's got a real good chance, in my opinion. He's just been very unfortunate, given the performances of Vichko and Lucas Stevenson, that he's not had as much game time as what he would have liked. He had one bad pass in all the time he was on the pitch. Everything else, he was really neat, really tidy. His game has sped up significantly from when he first came to the club, and he's so young, so much more to come from him, and delighted for him, but more importantly, delighted for the team and for the staff as well, because as much as the players are making sacrifices, my backroom team make huge sacrifices as well, and we're very much all in it together.
The only tarnish on the afternoon was obviously Declan Gallagher going off with a few minutes to go. Have you not had the chance to see that back yet?
I haven't had a chance to see it. I mean, if we think it's worthy of an appeal, then we'll certainly get one lodged. But you know, look, it's the modern day game. It's very difficult now for defenders and defensive midfielders. You're really got to get everything perfect when you go to ground and make that type of tackle, because with VAR now, everything's going to be looked at, and if you slightly mistime something, although there's no intent, and there was definitely no intent from Gal, you can find yourself on the wrong end of the decision, and that's what's happened today. But we will look it back, and as a club, if we feel we can appeal it, then we will. And yeah, we just have to deal with it.
The supporters obviously played their part too. It's a difficult time of the year for everyone, but they still came along and packed out two stands and made sure we got over the line towards the end.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like a home game, to be perfectly honest with you. At times today, all I could hear all afternoon was the Dundee United supporters never stopped singing, never stopped backing the team. Even when we go the goal behind, the reaction was a positive one. Straight after we concede, we go up the park and get a corner, and that rallies the troops again. And to get 2,500 here, I know it's only along the road and a bit of a derby game, what have you, but we understand how expensive this time of year is for everyone, and we're very grateful to them to spending their hard-earned cash to travel all over the country and support the team, and that's two really good results now in this festive period. So long may that continue, and I hope they enjoy their night.